Well, how far can the ties of a family's love be stretched before they finally break? In the book, Before I Let You Go, a woman's life starts to collapse after she agrees to help her sister, who is addicted to drugs and is pregnant. It's a lot to get to there. Joining us more to talk about this is our book critic, Gwen Reyes from freshfiction.com. And you know, we were talking about this in the break. This is fiction, of course, that we're talking about here, but you can hear some real life stuff in that description.
Absolutely. I mean, all those are things that I think that everybody in this world has dealt with. You maybe have a family member or somebody that you know who's suffering from drug addiction. You have people who are having babies that maybe shouldn't be having them or making the right choices. And what do you do when that comes home to you? And how do you deal with that? And Before I Let You Go, we have two sisters who had a horrible upbringing. They were after their father dies, they were raised in a cult, and they both got away. But unfortunately, the sister who has been able to make a better living for herself and push away everything, she is the one that got away and had to leave her sister behind. So she's got a lot of residual guilt because of that.
I would imagine that this would be something that so many people could identify with, though, just because, you know, every family has some kind of family drama in it. And you know, we talked about this. There's such a conversation right now, especially about opioid use and that sort of thing. And this really gets into all of that.
This really gets into it because with their two sisters, the one who is suffering from the drug addiction and who is having a baby and has to keep it really hidden because she doesn't want to go to jail or rehab and ends up going to rehab because she has to go to the hospital and have this child, and it now foisted it on to her sister to take care of. These are all very relatable things that make it a little bit troubling, but also because it's fiction, it's a little bit more palpable and a little bit easier to take in.
And that's kind of a weird thing because you've been on with other stories that are fiction stories, but what is it about them? It's like it's not a true story, but in a way it kind of handles
facts, maybe.
Yeah, it handles these topics that are hard to deal with when they are true.
Yeah, and it's interesting of like you have this very dark story and this very tough situation, but then it's also entertainment. And how do you find that balance of entertainment and truth and darkness? And I think that that's what fiction does so well, and I think Before I Let You Go did a really beautiful job of keeping me engaged the entire time, and it'll definitely keep readers engaged till the last page.
All right, so if you're a big reader, Gwen likes it, so you might want to check this one out. Before I Let You Go is the name of the book. Gwen, thanks for being with us today.
Jason.
And when